Merry Christmas, everybody. Welcome to the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel. We got a lot to talk about today. They get their first commitment. Zyan Gibson does Alabama, the 26 class. Good news. Look for more of these to come as the coaching staff hits the recruiting trail around the state of Alabama and the country coming up here shortly. Bama taking on Michigan, and all of a sudden the spread moves to 13 Bama favored. And the ReliaQuest Bowl. Why is that? We're going to talk about that. But Michigan, one on the recruiting trail, Justice Haynes has agreed that he's going to transfer from Bama to the Wolverines, although he won't play in this bowl game. So we'll get into all that right here on the channel. Like, subscribe, thumbs up. Hope you're having a great Christmas. With that Christmas money you just got, don't forget about New Life Art and newlifeart.com. Daniel Moore, those amazing prints. You need something to buy, and I got just the thing for you to buy. It's those prints, 20% off when you use the promo code Bama Tailgate. All right, let's get this show started. What do you say, everybody? Welcome to the show. Mick Gillespie here. And again, Merry Christmas to all of you. Happy holidays as we roll through on the channel today and talk about stuff on Christmas. I promised you I'd be here. Look, I'm here doing my thing, and I know you guys are doing your thing as well. Probably, cleaning up wrapping paper, maybe drinking a coffee, getting ready for presents. Maybe you don't do any of that stuff. Who knows? But thank you for coming and hanging out on the channel. Let's talk a little Bama today. All right, first thing is this. First commitment. First thing is Zyan Gibson, cornerback out of Gadsden City in Gadsden, Alabama. Good one for Alabama, committed yesterday. He's the number 9 cornerback, according to On3, and continues a pipeline out of Gadsden City that we've seen over the years, including Dre Kirkpatrick, who was I actually saw him play in high school and ended up being a great Bama corner, and then into the NFL he went. His son, Dre Kirkpatrick Jr., is at Alabama right now. Jarrell Harris is a 2-time national championship linebacker. So good news for the Crimson Tide, because this was a highly sought-after player. And you got to get the in-state guys, and it starts somewhere, right? So good for them. They win this battle. He made his commitment, had a bunch of choices, including Auburn, Tennessee, and Miami. Picks Bama, so he stays in state. And these are the kind of guys that also help you recruit the the rest of the class that you have. So you want these guys in, and we've seen the class, the 25 class that they're still kind of working on, just continue to stay up near the top. And as the transfer portal adds to it, Bama's number 2, right behind Texas, and we'll see if Ty Haywood ends up signing with Alabama. Then I don't think he will. I hope he does, though. It still says hard commit on 3. I'm sure there's some stuff going on behind the scenes. I hear it's about money. Who knows? I hope he comes to Alabama and lives up with that commitment. It would be great to have him. A lot can change between now and February, the old signing day, which should be the current signing day, but they've made the thing a mess. So, we'll wait. But interesting enough to say that, here we are with 1 commit, and look for Bama to continue that. Now, the other thing that I've been paying attention to is this Alabama-Michigan football game, and I haven't really covered it a whole lot. Part of the reason is that I don't know. I mean, I'm excited about playing in a bowl game, but I don't look at this as a big game. And I know a lot of you guys are like, hey, wait a second, Mick. You have to respect this game because it's the next game. And I get that. And I'm trying to get into the spirit here. Alabama had 1 player opt out, and I don't even call it an opt out. It was Malachi Moore. He had surgery, so he didn't play, but everybody else stayed in. Tyler Booker could have said, hey, I'm going to the NFL. I'm out of here. He didn't. All the guy's done has been a model citizen, a leader. He's done a great job at Alabama, right? Same thing with Jalen Milroe. Could have opted out at quarterback. That would have made things interesting. Nope, he's staying in, although neither of those guys have committed to the NFL draft. They will after the game, along with Jihad Campbell, who is playing in the game as well. And he was like, look, I came here to play football. I'm playing football. So these guys want to leave on a high note. And when they play this game, 11 a.m. on New Year's Eve against Michigan, Bama's going to be big favorites, right? So it's interesting enough to say that. Now, when you look on the other side of the field and you see Michigan, they've had some of their best players opt out. Running back Donovan Edwards out. Cornerback Will Johnson out. Tight end Colston Loveland out. So those three, and then defensive lineman Mason Graham's out. So there's 4 guys that are what we would call NFL prospects that decided that they didn't want to play. So that tells you something about Alabama, and it tells you something about Michigan, right? I it's so much respect for these Alabama players to say, hey, we don't opt out at Alabama. We're not starting that. We're not going to be the ones that do that first, right? And we said, well, it's because of Saban, right? Like, you didn't want to do that to Saban. Bryce Young probably should have opted out, right? I mean, he was going to be the number 1 pick in the draft, or at least right there. I mean, why wouldn't you, opt out? Will Anderson Jr. could have done that. These guys could do that. And instead, all they did was stick around and play and represent the university with pride, and they did it on the field and walked off together as a team. And I love that these guys are doing the same thing, and that's why this spread started out here, dipped down to 11, and then now it's back up to 13 again. So we talked about it on yesterday's show. Bama is, very thin at the wide receiver spot. And if you want to kind of learn more about it, go look at yesterday's video. It's up. Don't be surprised if Jalen Mbakwe doesn't get to catch some balls, or at least go on the offensive side of the ball. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with that, if he's even practicing over there. But, that was the rumor that it's why he didn't go to Ole Miss, that Bama's like, hey, we'll give you a chance. Well, this is the chance now, because you got a bunch of guys transferred out. You got a bunch of guys hurt, and you literally have 4 players that are in the wide receiver spot, so you could run the ball a lot like you did against Auburn. But if you want to throw the ball, you're going to need guys. And Mbakwe could be one of them. Maybe some walk-ons get a chance, that we're not even talking about right now. But Bama thin in that spot. The rest of the team, safety's a little thin, but we've seen those guys step up there. And, we'll look for the same thing when they play Michigan. But Vegas thinks Bama's in good shape. These bowl games, though, you never can tell, who's going to show up and play. I got a feeling Michigan's had a tough season. They did beat Ohio State, but I got a feeling that Bama's going to come out and they're going to give their best effort, because they belonged in the college football playoff. I'm sure they all feel a little bit let down, and they're going to do something about it. All right, again, thank you. We're brought to you by New Life Art and newlifeart.com. 20% off on this Christmas when you use the promo code Bama Tailgate at checkout. And appreciate all of you guys for doing that. Now, the channel is brought to you by Pearl River Resort. I want to talk about them here in a second, but the last thing I wanted to say today on this Christmas is, as I work here, thoughts and prayers go out to my former I'd say my best friend, my former colleague, the late great big sexy Brett Elmore, because I feel bad for his family. The first Christmas that Brett's not going to be there for them today. And then, you guys loved him as much as I did. If you're new to the channel, you missed out, because he was kind of our version of Chris Farley on this channel, just big and hilarious, and didn't take himself too seriously, and you couldn't not love him. Go back and watch the videos. And then, we lost him to a heart attack the week of the Tennessee game. And it's been hard, man. And I tell you, I think you guys know, when you do this for a living, you work with somebody, you hang out with them off the air. It's pretty apparent that when you lose them suddenly like that, and I know we've all I'm guessing that we've all gone through this before. It's difficult. And I got to tell you this, it was really 6 of the worst weeks getting over that, dealing with that. And I appreciate everyone for the great comments. Friends of mine, like my buddy Lance Taylor with The Next Round, for checking on me all the time, and a lot of my other friends doing that as well. But just the tough part of losing somebody. And then you think about his family. They don't have him there at Christmas for the first time ever. And he was definitely a jolly, fella, and did things for all of us. We love laughing and hanging out. So prayers for him today on this Christmas. Think about him as you're enjoying the day. And, and for all of you out there, I hope you're having a fantastic holiday. Thank you for being part of this channel. And we will, be back again tomorrow. My promise to you is we're going to hang out through the holiday season. Now, if you're looking for something fun to do, you got Tonic, Fuel, and Hinder. They're playing on this weekend, on Saturday, at Pearl River Resort. Tickets are available right now. Go over to the Silver Star Convention Center and check it out. It's going to be a really awesome concert. It'll be fun, too. I mean, the seating's good. The prices are good. It's easy to get in and out of. There's plenty of parking and all the things you don't like about going to events. And then you just walk out, and you get table games and slots, Silver Star and Gold Moon. A lot of times they'll have bands inside the casino. It's a really fun place. Check it out. And that is Pearl River Resort. Some great 90s music. And we gave away tickets to this, but just want to remind you that the Philadelphia, Mississippi, on Saturday, you still had an opportunity to be a part of it. So thank you guys. All have a great Christmas, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. We'll see if we make some news. How about a commitment on Christmas Eve? That guy. Nice.
To Pearl River Resort.